Spartan Total Warrior is a strange game. It was the brainchild of Creative Assembly, a company best known for making the Total War series of grand strategy games, and was showcased at the 2005 Game Developers Conference as a third-person action game featuring a Spartan fighting through hordes of enemies and monsters from Greek mythology. If that premise rings a bell, God of War would release 2 weeks later, and from what I can find, mostly overshadowed the game. Now, don't worry, there's no chance either game ripped off the other. Both games began development in 2002 on different sides of the Atlantic Ocean, so I'm gonna chalk this one up to some devs grabbing drinks one night at a conference and spitballing some fun ideas they'd like to work on. I've never played the original God of War, but I do remember having a lot of fun with Spartan Total Warrior back in the GameCube days. With those memories in mind, and looking to continue an annual tradition, I grabbed the same poor friends who suffered through Too Human with me, and set out to see if Spartan Total Warrior holds up 20 years later. Our story opens with a rousing speech from the Spartan king Leonidas as he prepares his men to repel an attack from the Roman Empire. As you may have guessed, what with the 450-year gap between Leonidas and the Romans, this game throws historical accuracy out the window from the word go. Honestly, I feel like that's definitely the correct decision for a game like this, though I do think it was a bold choice at the time, given that everything Creative Assembly had made up until then had been a historical strategy game. Our protagonist, simply known as the Spartan, receives a telepathic message from Ares, but we'll have to see what's up with that later.
The Roman arrows will darken the sun.
Good. We shall have our battle in the shade. Let's go.
Are you just stealing lines from the 300?
Literally everything. I forgot.
When did
I
the
wanted
comic
to,
come out for 300?
I was just thinking that I wanted to look that up and I forgot, so I don't know.
300 comic, 1998. Yeah, they 100% ripped it off.
Yeah. This here is General Crassus, the Roman general leading the conquest of Greece. Like all good fictional Romans, he speaks with a British accent for reasons I can never quite wrap my head around. With the stage set for our first mission, it's time for the battle to start. The actual moment-to-moment gameplay in Spartan Total Warrior is standard hack-and-slash fare, with a strong main character going up against hordes of enemies that aren't individually threatening, at least not yet, but that can cause serious problems if you get overwhelmed. Unlike most games in that genre, there aren't combos for you to memorize. Instead, you have one button for a repeatable light attack, one button for slow, heavier attacks, and a bow. There are also some rage attacks that you can use when you build up that meter in the top left corner, but due to some quirks of the GameCube version specifically, it'll be a while before I actually figure out how to use them. Well, this is bad. So, I killed the Centurions a lot faster than the test playthrough I did. So, in my test playthrough, by the time I got here, there were basically no Romans left. Because I killed everybody so quickly, yeah, that didn't happen. Oh. That's fine, they'll just keep spawning as long as I don't die.
Spartan, keep the Romans off me. I can't fight if I'm carrying this bomb.
Bomb?
Yes. Hang on, let me get a good look at the guy. Yeah, didn't you see him with the bomb on his back? And if he takes too much damage, he just catches fire and explodes, and yeah, you saw what happened when that happens.
I think we've all had days like that.
Just surprised with it. What are you doing, sir?
If you ever needed proof that old bad habits die hard, there's probably a more productive thing for me to be doing than spamming the heavy attack, but it gets the room clear, so. Alright, one down.
That's a legitimate explosive.
Yes. It is just a.
We didn't have those.
Yeah. Just a
There was
full-on.
Greek fire. They could have just used napalm.
Didn't you know that Sparta was one of the chief exporters of C4 during the Bronze Age?
I didn't know that, but you know what? It makes sense. If anybody would be.
If anyone would be, yeah.
Spartan in full battle here setting up a claymore mine.
Oh, there were guys on that one.
Were being the operative word, yes.
So, when is the historically accurate Roman mecha going to attack?
That is the next part of this mission.
Okay.
So, give it a little bit. This one you just have to defend for long enough.
Roman mecha. Gundam, but the U is a V.
I love it.
Oh, we're actually, I think, almost done with this part.
Let that one guy out. I feel bad for him.
Alright, I'll let him out of Roman or a Greek soldier prison.
He just wants to go for Loki's Graham.
Poor little guy.
At least he's gonna run directly into someone's sword.
I don't think there are enough people left for that. There's like 2 centurions left, and that's it.
There's like 5 guys standing up on the wall just doing nothing.
There we go. Alright, everybody ready to deal with a Colossus?
Wait, we were joking. Wait.
Oh, did you think that thing was there just for show?
Oh no.
No, that's the boss of this level.
Turn their war machine on the city gates. We have to bring it down. This way.
Wow.
Stick with us.
Just going to show that formations are overrated.
Yeah, solo warriors for life.
No, it's not like the 2 factions fighting this are literally 2 of the ones most known for specific formations.
Phalanx? Never heard of it.
This is why we need you novices.
Phalanx? You mean that city in Arizona? God, that was bad.
Now, looking for weak spots. If they find one,
Hated that the second I
they'll
said
break
it.
through. Swarm
Incredible.
all over us like ants.
The final section of this mission pits us against the Colossus, which the Romans apparently dragged all the way here from Rhodes just for this fight. It's a good thing they chose to send it at the one part of the wall with siege weapons on it. I don't think my sword would do very much against that thing. Eventually, we hit it hard enough for it to go down for good, driving the Romans back for the moment and bringing the first mission to a close. The second mission sees the Spartan teaming up with Castor, of and Pollux fame, to sneak into the Roman camp to steal back the Blades of Athena. Stealth missions are definitely what I associate with the Spartans, and certainly not anything else, so I'm sure this is going to go just fine.
The fuck is happening?
Apparently a stealth mission.
Yeah. Very stealthy.
So much for stealth.
You're telling me.
Ah, you! Stop! Ah, you!
They were like, I just thought that they were using explosives and arrows to do their logging for some reason.
Hang on.
Excellent.
Nope. Oh, okay. It's just not gonna do that, huh? Gotcha.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Just the pause after the first arrow hit the wall just absolutely killed me.
Let's see. I needed fire arrows to progress the story. Yes, it turns out you can only shoot the explosive barrels when you have the fire arrow power up. Fortunately, any fire arrows that are needed to progress in the mission will respawn if their timer runs out. Let him do that, and then while he does that, I'm gonna go open this chest over here that's probably just an arrow refill. Never mind, it's a page out of Archimedes' Okay, I don't know why it's a page out of Archimedes' diary, but...
I was gonna say, what?
Dear diary, I met this really cute boy today.
Mood, apathetic.
felt cute. Might laser some Roman ships later.
Nice work. The tower is burning through.
So nice of the Romans to just
Trench and take a shortcut.
keep
Leave explosives in their most vulnerable areas.
Yeah.
That was a stroke of luck. We can take a short.
What do you...
I don't remember what the blue shrines do. My gut says magic, but I genuinely don't remember.
Of course there's gonna be magic in this game.
Help us! They're gonna kill us later on!
That is just...
Help us eventually.
They're going to kill us later on. Oh.
Somebody did.
Oh, I'm so glad they only recorded one voice line for him.
Right? So glad that they had it so that that one voice line would repeat in the middle of a battle arena.
After fighting our way through the entire Roman camp, we find the Blades of Athena. They're this game's offering in terms of the pure offense and no defense kind of weapon, and I love these things. In fact, when I played this game as a kid, I always insisted on using these, no matter how much they did not fit the situation. We're also introduced to Electra, a character I completely forgot was in the game. She's here to be the team's resident female member, and contributes slightly less to the plot than Julia Roberts' character in Ocean's 11. With the addition of the blades to our arsenal, we also have access to magic. Magic attacks come in the single target and wide area varieties, which you will use in boss fights and everywhere else, respectively. It does a lot to change up the combat, and there are some really fun magic attacks, so we'll have to keep an eye out for them a bit later. With the blades now in tow, we set free those prisoners that the Romans were gonna kill later, and make a break for the exit. It's a tough fight, since if too many of the prisoners die, you get sent back to the last checkpoint, and enemies will always make a beeline for anything with a green arrow over its head. But eventually we manage to escape the camp. The Romans don't take too kindly to that, so we'll need to cover the prisoners' escape in a turret section that feels almost like something straight out of a Call of Duty game.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Two of your guys just burned to death.
Yep.
It's fine, I'm sure. See, we have replacements.
Good. They're just nameless numbers.
Well, I don't get pop-ups, like I don't get a little nameplate popping up when I fight them. Okay, I should stop.
You just killed 6 of them there.
Graham, I want you to know that every single one of those soldiers gets a Call of Duty death screen animation whenever you do that. Just one of those sad historical quotes.
We made it. The Romans finally got to taste some Spartan hospitality. The Spartan and Castor saved the day.
What? I killed more Romans than you two put together. Without my help, you'd be locked up in one of those prison cells until the end of your sorry lives. I saved you.
What accent
Not
is this?
remember this character, Graham.
I am Electra, princess of the Amazons. My warriors and I have been following the Empire's march through Greece for the past few moons.
None of that is accurate.
After the fall of Athens, I delayed the Romans long enough for most of my sisters to escape. But I was captured.
Oh God,
I
she
killed
looks.
the guard and was on my way out when you
Try
two fools
not to
crossed my
think
path.
about it.
I'm wasting time. Take me to your king. I have information of a new war machine the Romans intend to use on the city of Sparta.
God, like, her thing could cut glass, man.
The third mission pits the Spartan against General Crassus for the final time. He's managed to capture Medusa and turn her into a living death ray somehow, so we should probably do something about that.
But I knew my men would capture you in the end.
Why is he Australian?
What did they? How did they program her hair? Why is he looking right at her? Why is his shield symbol the same as the as the Greeks have been using throughout the game. Did you just make a fucking death ray with Medusa?
So have you ever seen a story with a Medusa orbital laser?
No.
The Romans do indeed possess a weapon capable.
Because that is a thing that haunts me, and has haunted me for 20 years. Before we can get to Crassus, we need to fight our way across an ancient Greek no man's land by taking out a couple of ballista that are definitely not machine guns, no matter how much they may act like them. It's strange seeing this kind of level design in a game set in ancient Greece, though it almost feels a little prescient with the first modern warfare game just 2 years away. We fight our way through a horde of Roman soldiers, dodging Medusa lasers the entire way, and finally make it to General Crassus. The boss fights in this game are weird, usually pitting you against another named character who has their own magic bar complete with mostly undodgeable magic attacks that deal a lot of damage and tend to come with a nasty side effect. In the case of the general here, just hit him with everything you have and stay away when Medusa tries to hit him with her laser and you'll be fine. No, take your time. I can wait. Where'd he go? Got him.
It was so da, 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 da. Something so funny about it moving to like your character celebrating.
Of course, with one villain down, we need a new direction for the story to go, which Ares is more than happy to provide by pointing us in the direction of the Spear of Achilles. The powerful weapon was lost after the fall of Troy, but it should be able to turn the tide of the war if we can recover it. And so, the Spartan, Castor, Pollux, and Girl take a contingent of the army off to Anatolia to recover the spear.
It looks like
Okay, Ares said the four of you. It appears you've taken
A lot
the
more.
entire army of Sparta.
Yes.
It's probably deserted.
This might be the reason Leonidas wouldn't understand, because you decided to take the entire goddamn military out of the sieged city.
Huh? What was that?
I see nothing wrong with this
Did you
plan.
guys hear something? Look out! Ambush!
So, welcome to Turkey.
These aren't turkeys.
But yeah, you know, if we're going to Troy, at least if I remember right, that should be putting us in, what is
Turkey,
modern-day
yeah.
Turkey, yeah.
Man.
So this is what a mid-2000s creative assembly thought ancient Turkey looked like.
Yeah, I'm betting this game did not sell well in Turkey.
I don't think this game sold well to begin with, so...
Fair.
What are you talking about? Stealth Titan, Spartan, Total Warrior, the game everyone knows?
Yes.
The game with 5 current viewers on stream. Or, like on Twitch.
Right. Pretty sure that's the most the game has ever had.
Quite possibly.
Electra, cut down that fridge!
Why? There's nobody behind me. Who's gonna follow us? They're all dead.
Up on that tower! Oh, look out!
Wait, this is their camp. You literally just prevented us from retreating.
Well, you know, Cortez burned his ship, and Castor famously chopped down the bridge behind him.
Oh my god. Just absolutely demolished that guy.
Why are they burning all these yurts?
I don't have a good answer for that. I wish I had a good answer for that. I don't have a...
Burn those tents! Keep the braziers over! They'll set the tents on fire!
Not now, Castor. I have to get arena upgrades.
Burn the tent!
He understands.
The optional content, Castor. The optional content.
He said burn the tents, it'll slow down their reinforcements. I understand what you mean from a gameplay perspective. From any sort of realistic perspective, that's deranged.
What are you talking about? It would... I mean, I'm pretty sure my reinforcements would be slowed down if someone burned my house down.
No, see, I was thinking he was meaning to slow down childbirth by making sure there was no place for them to bear their children.
Alright, not gonna lie. That's kind of fun.
Oh, that's neat.
I see gravity works on Wile E. Coyote rules.
Intruders!
Oh my god.
Well, here we are. Looks quiet. There's a rope and pulley over there.
What about this looks quiet?
That lever over there
We have been
probably
fighting
raises the
non-stop since we got here.
It's almost like this is total war.
Way around. We need to...
After fighting through so many barbarians, we come across a small town that needs to be defended. Defense missions like this are always my least favorite in any game, and this one is no different.
Also, why is the Amazon telling the women not to fight?
Ah, yes.
Confront Beowulf?
It's
What?
this mission.
The leader Beowulf is a shaman and has the power to cast fire spells. Beware.
It's a shaman.
I did not realize you could talk to NPCs in this game.
These campfires aren't just here to keep us warm. A
Oh my
barbarian
goodness.
on fire makes a particularly funny smell.
Wow,
Okay,
that's...
you're a sociopath.
Yeah,
This lever when you're ready to go out. It opens and closes the front gates.
you can talk to NPCs in this game. There he is.
Yes, the famous Turkish Beowulf.
Hear me and tremble, farmers! I am Beowulf, war chief of the
James?
head taker and 100 slayer. Your warriors cannot stand against me.
Wait, he is Danish? Why is he in
I
Turkey?
will hang their heads from our flank
That was the
walls
question my dad
and
asked
feed the
every
rest
time we
with
played
their
through this
dead
level.
flesh. Send out your best fighter. Let us settle this like warriors.
No, the line's coming up.
Foreign warriors! You waste your lives helping these diggers in the mud! Your skull is not worthy of my hammer! Fight my guards!
Connor and I have been quoting the "Fight My Guards" line for...
Fight my gods!
Fight my gods.
It's just so stupid.
Get into the magic fire.
Got a little too,
Be careful! That magic fire will kill you instantly if you touch it. The berserk is into the magic fire.
Why does magic fire have to be instant death? Like, I don't know. There's sometimes, like, I'm like, why did this have to be magic?
For the actual defense part of this mission, the barbarians will swarm the 2 grain silos that you have to protect. Given the enemy's hatred for anything with a green arrow, this is easier said than done. Which means... Oh, that did, like, no damage to him.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You're just praying and... Boom.
Alright, I need to hope there's like a health refill around here somewhere. I don't think I'm gonna be that lucky, but...
Wait, no, over... I think I saw
Fire
one to
arrows.
your right. Behind you now.
Oh, behind me now?
There. Nope,
Oh,
you
Graham, to
just
the left, to the
To
left.
the left, to the left.
That would have been really embarrassing if I stepped in the fire.
Just died.
Fortunately,
that
we
would be-
kind of made you use up your fire arrow time, but
No, that's fine. Fire arrows are less important than just not dying. With the town successfully defended, it's time for the showdown with Beowulf. No, I still have no idea why he's here, but I do really want his hammer. I'm sure going in with low health and no magic will work out just fine for me. The majority of the fight involves just blocking his attacks and trying not to die from the unblockable magic attack he has. It takes me several tries, but eventually I'm able to recover enough health from the adds that he summons to help get through with the Blades of Athena. The hammer has a hilarious magic attack that just sends everything in a wide radius flying. It may be too slow most of the time aside from that, but I love this stupid thing in spite of its flaws. We rejoin our group at the entrance of the ruins of Troy. Being on a mission from Ares, the Spartan decides probably best to head in alone.
Oh, cool, you've got 2 magic bars.
Yep. Oh, platforming.
I thought you were gonna fall.
Intruder, after him!
Romans. I thought they were gonna be like ghosts or something.
Love that move.
Yeah. It's kind of terrible aside from that. Oh no. No. It's too early for them to start showing up.
Oh no.
Orion Guard.
Yeah, this is where they introduce Praetorians. Yes, somehow the Romans beat us here, with a new faction in tow to boot. The Praetorian Guard are basically stronger versions of the normal Roman soldiers, with a couple extra varieties, and they hit much harder.
Oh, good, they're all dead.
Yeah, the Beowulf's hammer is very silly. Well, the game's taught me that blowing up random explosives is always a good idea. And it is in no rush to disprove that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was always one of the most disappointing things about video games not being faithful to real life, is that I wish real life had more puzzles that you can solve by blowing up pillars to create bridges.
Yeah, can you imagine that on your, like, daily commute?
Well, at least we'll get out of this place.
This is a special skill on my resume.
Gives me the creeps.
I mean, I can think of several problems I could solve with explosives, but I'm pretty sure if I say any of them on your Twitch, you're gonna get banned.
Probably best to not, yes. Especially during a charity event.
Ah yes, everyone, donate to save the kids. With your help, we can do a lot of good in this world. So, anyways, back to the stream. Oh crap, where...
After a healthy dose of fighting Romans and solving mild puzzles, we're introduced to the new Roman general and dedicated Warhammer 40k cosplayer Sejanus. Instead of Crassus's obsession with war machines, Sejanus is a necromancer, which means the undead have been thrown into the pile of enemies we'll have to contend with. I think I ran myself out of arrows earlier. Anyway, let's, set that on fire. Yeah.
Oh, good. The Greeks that had been left in there have come to our aid.
But why? What? Sorry, I'm just realizing. But why were there still Greeks in there?
I don't know.
No, no. Now they're coming for me. No.
I should be angry.
No.
We forgot them.
You know what? Fine. Our fighting brings us to the Tomb of Achilles, where we get served up another boss fight. This time, we have to fight a copy of ourselves that's wielding the spear. Unlike the other boss fights we've had, we need to use our own magic to block the extremely damaging single-target magic from the boss. Health and magic refills that both you and the boss can grab also spawn periodically around the arena, so the whole fight turns into a running around in circles trying to starve the boss of resources. It's not particularly fun, but we do get there eventually. Now that the spear is in our possession, it's time to fight our way out of the ruins. The whole place is crawling with Romans and zombies, after all. Also, at this point, I finally figured out how to use the rage attacks. Unlike the PS2 and Xbox versions of the game, the GameCube version requires a half press on the triggers for some moves. The others would just put that on the second shoulder button, but here we are. Yeah, you literally just zip around and behead every enemy around you. He's fine.
No, he's not. Was that a blood splatter?
Yes, I think so.
Guys, get out of there.
Rip.
They're just taking
They're
a
not
nap, it's
coming
okay.
back on.
I'll prime this explosive for you.
With their shields are on it. They're coming back inside of a bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't you know? It's actually, the on it thing's actually a mistranslation. It's supposed to be, with your shields or in them.
Turn it over, they're liquefied, yeah.
Someone back in Sparta gets a knock on the door, two serious Spartans standing there. We are deeply sorry for your loss. We have returned your husband's remains. Here's the Tupperware.
Come back with your shield held high or in a bread bowl. Alright, hit this part, and then...
Try hitting the one up there.
Yeah. Rude. Oh, hang on.
How did he do that? What necromancy spell lets you do that?
Oh, didn't you know in 5.5e they made deflect arrow and necromancer ability?
That's a decision.
I mean, hey, Monk's got necrotic touch, so, you know, give and take.
Alright then.
Trying to think what the stupidest ability for one class to be on another class is, and I do think that it's probably Arcane Recovery for fighters. They don't get the spell slots, just Arcane Recovery. There we go.
The Spear of Achilles completes our full arsenal, and I'm pleasantly surprised how much use I've gotten out of each of them. They all feel balanced with each other, each being stronger in certain situations over the others. Even the basic sword and shield is something that I found excuses to break out even late into the game. It's so nice of the Trojans to... I'm sorry, my brain is trying to process what kind of, like, function would any of this serve in an actual city people are supposed to live in?
You're just really big Zelda fans, man. Don't hold it against them.
You know what, that's fair. I too love Majora's Mask. Pushing on through the city pits us against wave after wave of Romans and the undead, to the point where Sejanus gets so frustrated with our progress, he starts taking shots at us himself. While neither of the main generals you deal with are particularly unique or deep characters, I do like how strong their characterization is in the little time you do get to spend with them. Sejanus takes the moment to gloat and inform the party that Sparta fell while we were messing around here in Troy, which really does beg the question of what on earth is he doing here? What good does chasing down 4 random soldiers 100 miles away from your goal do for you? I don't know, but I can't help but feel he's got more productive things to do elsewhere. But before we can go on the revenge path, there is one more enemy to defeat, the Hydra. Unlike the other bosses, you need to bait this thing's attacks so you can hit it with the Spear of Achilles' magic attack and shoot the resulting stump with a fire arrow. I'm pretty sure it's both the best designed and most fun boss in the game, which feels like a wild thing to say given it's here mostly just for the spectacle. The next mission sends us all the way to Athens, where Archimedes is planning to give a speech inciting a rebellion against the Roman Empire. The next few missions are a real change of pace from the ones we've had up to this point by trading the linear design for a more open-world feel. I can't help but wonder if they're left over from an earlier draft of the game that may have been more of a traditional action RPG. With the speech concluded, the next objective is to hunt down Roman spies to keep them from reporting back on the speech. Also, for some reason, the music stopped looping for the rest of this mission, making the whole experience very strange.
Okay.
I'm gonna provide. I don't know how to respond to that, lady.
I think we as 3 men need to just back away from that comment and never return.
I was gonna say, like, if I may borrow the meme, what the fuck starts a conversation like that?
The next mission is a night raid on the governor's mansion, with the goal of activating one of Archimedes' inventions and killing Sejanus. Like the last mission, this also feels like it belongs in a more open-world game, but this is also going to be the last time I'll be able to say that.
Every single person is on fire.
For some reason, when I step into this red stuff, it burns. Every Roman soldier.
Graham, I need to know what that man wants to talk to you about.
That's
Now!
I need to know what's on this man's mind.
Look for a gripper in the lower quarter. Need to heal him.
What?
Release the prisoner!
What?
I'll repay you by joining the other.
Oh god, where'd all these Praetorians come from?
Like, it just kind of showed up.
Didn't you randomly aggro the guys who were guarding the, Oh.
So, the Spear of Achilles, while it doesn't have a proper... What?
What's happening?
I don't know. What?
Oh god, his computer's dying too.
What happened? What did I pick up?
Oh my god, what?
Oh my god, you were in bullet time. You picked up ancient Greek crack cocaine.
I didn't... What? That's in the game? What?
Oh, you're gonna have to tell Connor about this.
Yeah, I have no idea. Following a lot of ambushes, we storm the governor's mansion with the remains of the Spartan army. It's an uphill battle with Sejanus casting spells down at us, but tough fights like this are what the Spartan is built for. Some of the Athenian citizens even get in on the action, and I'm always impressed by just how many people this game can have on screen at once.
I don't think we're gonna have the same problem we had with 2 Human, where there were just some incredibly difficult and bullshit boss fights that we had to deal with.
Yeah.
Well,
And again.
and again.
No, come on! The game heard you. Wanted to prove you wrong.
Really think you can defeat my sorcery and my steed? Fools.
I just want to know where he got the dragon from.
Beowulf.
Ah, yes. Ah, I see.
That's the dragon that killed Beowulf. It's all coming full circle now.
Well, it was supposed to kill Beowulf, but it did not have the chance to because Sejanus killed it instead.
This is where the timeline went wrong.
Spartan Total Warrior is my favorite alternate history.
It turns out that the roof of the governor's mansion has a lightning gun. I'm not sure how Sejanus didn't notice this, but now that he's flying around on a skeletal dragon, I can't think of a better solution to our problem. Maybe a little early, I'm just gonna pop one of those. What do you give me? Oh, another diary page. Yes, well I guess Archimedes would have had to come up here to,
Install his device.
yeah, install his device, so that makes sense.
So they're just actually diegetic world building. Thanks, guys.
How come we didn't get to hear about Archimedes' trip to Troy, where he somehow avoided all of the undead? And now we're playing a turret section. Laidon goes down without much of an issue, and in the cutscene between phases, Sejanus kills Pollux. I would be sad, but all he did throughout the game was crack unfunny jokes, so it's no real loss. Like all spellcasters, though, Sejanus has Constitution as his dump stat, so he dies without a lot of trouble. The next mission sees us storming the fortress, protecting the path through the Alps. This mission was always a balking point for me as a kid. It's long, easily the most challenging in terms of combat, and features 5 separate boss fights that are not great. But we have a job to do, so we join in with what's left of the Spartan army in punching a hole through the wall.
That first line of defense is gone.
What? You hit one of them.
The other 2 were already destroyed for some reason.
I swear. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. Wait, did my character get bigger?
Yeah.
Maybe?
So far, so good.
It's so hard to tell.
Let's hope that was the tough part.
It wasn't.
With the gods'
The
help,
3
we'll take
boss
over this
fights
place
later
before
are going to be the
sundown.
tough part.
Jesus.
Those doors look strong, but I reckon
That character still looks like a short king to me, honestly.
Yeah, like, he looks super tall on the ladder, and then I come over here for the cutscene, and he lost about a foot.
Fire in the hole.
Apparently your character's the only one allowed to have a map.
Lead the way, Spartan.
Yeah, the Spartan's the only one with military engineering training.
What is the soundtrack in this game?
It is rock, nu metal, orchestral, hip-hop. It's starting to make me actually appreciate the relatively restrained by comparison soundtrack for Immortals of Avium. Which also kind of had that problem, but a lot less so. Alright, let's try that again without throwing myself off of like a 10-foot drop.
so fucking dumb. I love it so much.
Doesn't it feel good?
It does, Ares. It does.
Like I said, when this game's firing on all cylinders, it is a pretty great time.
The historian in me is still cringing a lot.
Oh,
but
yes, absolutely.
It's decent.
Oh, I see. There's one single Roman down there.
There was one on the stairs, too.
Oh, so there was.
He's just getting beaten up by your guys.
Oh, there were two on the stairs.
I did the second one.
I mean, they're wearing, like, drab purple, so it just kind of blends in.
We meet again, Spartan.
Huh?
Actual 40k character.
Janus?
So, James, what was that you said, like, an hour ago about him being a necromancer, that probably not slowing him down?
Yes. But I am
Yeah, no,
You called it.
I did.
Did you really think I'd let death stop me? The underworld was more accommodating. Now, Spartan, face me for the last time.
No, don't follow him. Oh, no.
Health, please. Thank you. Yes, Janus is back as a zombie. Or maybe it's more accurate to say a lich. Either way, we need to kill him again, which means taking out the priestesses deeper in the fortress that are keeping him alive. And those fights might just be the worst bosses in the game. The priestesses put up a shield that reflects your arrows and pushes you away on contact, that they only drop when they're about to attack you. Each successive fight adds another one to the encounter, and for some reason the devs decided to put flamethrower soldiers on the platforms on the edges. I'm not sure why they made the choices that they did, but I'm not a fan.
Mega Man Network Transmission. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I did not know there was a GameCube exclusive Metal Gear game.
It is a remake.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
Naruto Clash of Clans.
Okay,
Clash of Ninja, not Clash of Clans.
The Clash of Ninja games were both pretty good fighting games, actually.
Otama.
Oh god, the pinball game.
The RTS pinball voice control weird stuff. Go away.
Phantasy Star Online.
Yep.
3D The Pokemon Channel, Pokemon Coliseum. Oh, Pokemon Coliseum. I love Pokemon Coliseum.
Alright, we are actually just going to run over here and get insta-killed.
Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assault.
Oh, I loved Star Fox Adventure.
Star Fox Adventure, the thing that did not start life as a Star Fox game until Shigeru Miyamoto showed up at Rare and was like, you're gonna make this game a Star Fox game now. Oh, come on. Good grief.
WarioWare, Wave Racer, Day of Reckoning. Yu-Gi-Oh! The False-Bound Kingdom. What the fuck is a tube slider?
Yu-Gi-Oh! False-Bound Kingdom was a game I always really wanted to like more than I did. Because it's a really cool concept, it's just incredibly janky. How was I still in range of that? I'm getting really bad RNG with, like, the enemy paths.
Hack and the Power of Juju.
I remember Nintendo Power advertising that one real hard for a while.
just dealt a ton of damage to them.
Oh, come on.
And in the pit.
Yeah, the fact that there are 3 of them to keep track of, and they just spam their, like, tackle that shoves you really far back and does a bunch of damage, and due to the nature of the arena, can just instant kill you. Hello. Alright, not you. Who's next? I think we're down to 2. And 2 is a lot easier to deal with than 3.
I think you got this now.
Yeah, I've cleared everything out enough, then they always take turns attacking.
Ooh, good dodge. I would have gotten hit by that.
Yeah, it's a fluke and will not be happening again. No, you just attacked. Please switch back to the other one.
Okay, she's dead. One last. Come on. Violence. Okay.
I'm just hopping out so I can get the
Get the heal, don't forget
checkpoint.
the heal. Oh,
No,
okay.
there's a healing shrine right here. I'm just hopping out to get the checkpoint. Once all of the priestesses are dead, it's time to put Sejanus back in the ground for the last time. The way to Rome is open, which means it's time for us to move on towards the end of the game. Our second to last mission leads us to the sewers under Rome. Given that this is a game from 2005, you had to know there was going to be a sewer level at some point. And given that this is Spartan Total Warrior, you also know those sewers are going to be crawling with Roman soldiers. You rang?
Yes, you should.
We're putting up to level 6 for free, no playtime restriction.
Fun fact, that version of the meme is actually outdated. They added Stormblood for the free trial as well, so you can play the first 3 expansions of the game for free.
I have found the best way to deal with assassins.
Throw them into an infinite void.
Yes, throw them into an infinite void. Also, I want to know what Archimedes' diary is doing here in Rome, of all places. Oh, no. No.
They're learning from your tactics.
They sure are.
Rip.
I swear, this has happened to me more in this playthrough than, like, any other time I've played the game. This mission introduces the final enemy faction, the Gladiators. They fight anyone they can get their hands on, but other than that aren't too much different from the other factions. The sewers also appear to have come down to the bad case of Minotaur, so we're gonna be dealing with that one later. Guy hit me and he died.
Me if I ever got into an actual fight.
No, why? Why? Why?
It's the first enemy through as an assassin.
Guy just saw me from the other room and was like, you know what? Forget this guy I'm fighting. I'm gonna go tangle with that guy over there.
Heard you were talking shit.
Well, maybe I was. Maybe you all just need to give me a reason not to.
I love the hammer so much.
When it's good, it is hilarious. And then other times, there's 2 assassins. Okay, there's 1 assassin.
Nice.
Oh hey, it's later. The Minotaur fight is another boss fight where you're just trying to avoid the boss's attacks until you can build up your magic for a big hit. The arena is huge, though, and it really does go to show just how much they were able to push 6th gen hardware, and that the area runs as smoothly as it does. With the Minotaur dead, it's time to head up to the streets of Rome to take the fight to the Emperor. I mean, I looked it up last week, I don't remember.
According to the wiki, this is the final mission of the game.
Alright.
They made it.
Oh.
Sorry, did this game just have you commit a full-on terror attack?
Yes.
Oh, we had nothing to do with that. Our friends, however, definitely did.
I feel like we're still slightly implicated.
War Crime Simulator 2008.
Most of this mission involves fighting our way through the Colosseum, which is exactly what I would want to do in a game like this. It can be pretty easy to lose track of what you're supposed to do, but usually the right answer is to just keep fighting until the game tells you to move on.
Your spear attack.
You know what?
Yay, the intrusive thoughts won. It's me, I'm the intrusive thoughts.
No, it doesn't.
Oh no! Oh, that sucks.
Wait, what do you mean that wasn't?
Okay, there was a bomb there.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Incredible.
Yep, that's how that works. After enough fighting, we confront Emperor Tiberius, who does not put up a fight before the game smash cuts to a showdown with Ares. He's been the devil on the Spartan's shoulder throughout the entire game, so there's a fair bit of build-up to it, but it still feels abrupt to me. And as you'd hope, given that he's the god of war, Ares is a pretty tough fight. He attacks quickly with moves that can interrupt you, and also create some distance to stop your counterattack. He'll make clones of himself that hurt just as much as the main body, and from time to time he'll resurrect several of the dead enemies around the arena to attack you. Given how often those enemies are the flamethrower guys, this is probably his most dangerous move. The key to beating him is minimizing the amount of damage that you take, while you wait for him to do the one attack that leaves him open for several seconds. As always, it all comes down to single target magic.
He did occasionally laugh while we were, out fighting this war that he wanted us to be fighting and winning, even though he hated us for our mother ruining his affair with his sister. Oh wait, actually Aphrodite is not his sister. She's his aunt.
That doesn't make it any better.
Oh my god. That in fact makes it worse.
Oh wait, Radiant?
Sweet.
Because Aphrodite was created from the foam that came out of the ocean when Uranus, the sky god's testicles, got cut off. And then Uranus, his son Kronos took over. Kronos was Zeus' father. And then Zeus had Ares, Hera.
I think that the only proper definition of that, like, I didn't just learn that information, it was inflicted upon me.
Eventually, we bring Ares down, giving us an ending that I remember being a lot longer. What I remember being told at the end of the game way back in 2005 was that Castor and Electra got married and took over the Roman Empire, and the Spartan wandered off to never be heard from again. There's a chance that's only something you learn when you clear the game on higher difficulties, but it's been surprisingly hard to find information about a 20-year-old GameCube game, so I haven't gotten a definitive answer. With the story finished, let's see if we can answer that question from way back at the start while we check out the arena mode. Does Spartan Total Warrior hold up today? I think the answer is yes and no. For a game released on the GameCube, it is a real technical achievement. Having upwards of 200 NPCs on the screen, fighting and moving independently, and having that and not only being stable but smooth when it's running is kind of mind-blowing compared to what its contemporaries and even a lot of games that came after were capable of. When that combat is firing on all cylinders and you can get into a good flow, it is an absolute blast to play. Getting into that flow can be tough at times, though, with how easily tougher enemies can dodge or disrupt you, and the bosses feel less like a test of skill and more like a test of patience, as you wait for an opening to use your single target magic attacks. Overall, the 7 out of 10 scores it received on release feel about right to me. I am glad I revisited it, though. It's always nice to come back to a game after not playing it for years and finding that it's still a good time. And if you can share that revisit with friends, even better. At the time of writing, the price for the game hasn't spiked, so if you played it back in 2005 and want to give it another go, or if you just want to play a weird take on a familiar concept, you can still pick it up at a reasonable price. Now, normally this is the part of the video where I'd thank you for watching before running to grab a nap while I still can. But seeing as we're coming down to the end of the year, I thought it would be fun to look back at all of the stuff that I've watched and read in the last 12 months and highlight the best ones. This is gonna veer away from my usual video game wheelhouse a bit, but it's my channel, and I will not be stopped. Though I do need to specify that this will be the best things I saw or played for the first time this year, not strictly speaking things that came out this year. First up, we're keeping things well within my area of expertise with the best video game that I played this year. For as much fun as I've had with Monster Hunter Wilds, there was one game that I played near the start of the year that continued to occupy space in my thoughts months later, and that's Avowed. Obsidian's return to the world of Aora was a shockingly thought-provoking experience that at its best had me agonizing over one of the hardest choices I've ever been asked to make in a video game. I have a lot to say about this one, so keep an eye out for a deeper dive into it from me next year. And before anyone asks me about Expedition 33, I haven't had a chance to play that one yet, otherwise it would probably have been in consideration. For the best movie that I saw this year, I spent most of it solidly sure it was going to be Sinners, a movie that featured outstanding acting, atmosphere, music, action, and cinematography. Basically, it's a solid thumbs up from me and would have been a shoo-in for this spot if a little movie from 1952 hadn't come along and caught me completely off guard. Akira Kurosawa's Ikiru is one of the best movies I have ever seen. It is an achingly beautiful story about what it means to live and the legacy that we leave behind, and I cannot recommend it strongly enough. This year was also the year that I finally got into audiobooks, which gave me the chance to revisit some of my favorites that I hadn't read since I was in high school. Most of that involved going through a solid chunk of Terry Pratchett's Discworld series, and I was surprised to find that the one I had originally written off as just okay might actually be my favorite in the entire series now. Night Watch is a later part of the City Guard series, with a pretty unique premise involving the main character having to be his own mentor during the events that forged him into the man he would later become. But it didn't really click with me the first time I read it, because I felt the villain was a bit on the weak side. I could not have been more wrong, though. Carcer is actually a terrifying villain, and John Colshaw's performance in the audiobook brings him to life in a way that had me hanging on the edge of my seat for the entire 14-hour runtime. On the nonfiction side of things, I actually finally caved and read some nonfiction books this year, and easily the best of those was The Essential Deming, a collection of W. Edwards Deming's essays and speeches. If you aren't familiar, he was an economist that worked closely with Japan's industrial leaders post-World War II, and through that experience developed a set of principles for management that helped turn Japan into the manufacturing powerhouse it was for decades after that. If you're a manager or just interested in the subject, his writing is a great place to start. Though I'd probably recommend Out of the Crisis first because it's a lot more focused. This was also the year that I got into manga in a big way, including a months-long romance kick that was a nice change of pace compared to what I usually read. While I read a lot, there are two titles that really stand out as the best of the bunch: Komi Can't Communicate and Mission Yozakura Family. They're both excellent, at least as far as the manga is concerned. I haven't watched the anime for either of them. But if I have to give the edge to one, I'd give it to Mission Yozakura Family. If you're like me and you've been disappointed with Sakamoto Days' transformation into Diet My Hero Academia, here's a story that scratches a lot of that same itch while maintaining a perfect balance between comedy and action while being equally great at both. The final fight especially kept reminding me of Full Metal Alchemist, and while I don't think it's quite on that level, the fact that it even made me think of it should tell you just how good it is. On top of all of the things that I read in the last year, I also watched a lot of YouTube, usually as background noise while I worked on other things like this script. I thought that picking a best YouTube video not from me was gonna be a challenge, until PegPeg went and released The Deck Builder from Hell, a deep dive into the lore and story of Library of Ruina that is thorough, entertaining, and probably has some of the best editing I've ever seen. As I alluded to in the game music video earlier this year, Project Moon games have incredible stories and world building, with the small snag that I despise actually playing them. Fortunately for me, PegPeg manages to make them approachable, so I can appreciate all of that wild creativity that goes into each of them without tearing out what little hair I have left. If you ever find yourself with a day to kill, and you want to go on an emotional roller coaster ride, you'd be hard-pressed to find something better than this. Though, do yourself a favor and start with the Lobotomy Corp video. I cannot imagine trying to understand Library of Ruina without that background context. As far as my own videos in the last year, there's one clear outlier for me. The Art of Game Music is far and away the best video I made this year, and it's not particularly close. It's the video I was most excited to make, it's the one I put the most time and work into, and it's the one I feel pushed me the most to improve as a creator. Unfortunately, the YouTube algorithm had no idea who to push that video to, so basically nobody saw it. And you know what? It really doesn't bother me. This is probably the one video from the year that I'll still look back on in 10 years and say, yeah, I'm proud of that one. But speaking of that video, I do have a channel update as we move into the next year. You're going to see fewer videos from me in 2026. I've been feeling kind of burned out the last few months, and I'm starting to run out of things that I want to talk about that I can reasonably cover in a month. So next year, I'll only be doing 5 videos, so that I can talk about some longer games that I've really wanted to go over, and so I can put in the time that each video deserves. First up on the list is a challenge run in The Outer Worlds that I wasn't able to schedule in this year, so expect to see that around the end of February. But for now, I really do need that nap. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you again in the new year. Thanks for watching.